For book lovers, there's nothing better than finding a new series to sink your teeth into. And with 180 million users, Goodreads might be the best place to do that. But how useful is it for Royal Road authors? Can it expand your audience, or does it cater to a totally different demographic? Let's find out. For starters, what exactly is Goodreads? Its primary focus is to compile book reviews. You could break things down with genre, for example with fantasy, and there are plenty of subgenres within that umbrella. If we go to epic fantasy, we even see a familiar face. This was a story that was originally posted on Royal Road, so there's clearly a crossover between the platforms. The main barrier is Goodreads doesn't allow for serialized fiction. You have to have a published book. In this case, a Kindle edition. The main draw of the site are reviews. Like Royal Road, they operate on a 5-star scale, but on this platform, they're not as heavily concentrated at the top. And while the opportunity for reviews can raise the profile of an author, there is a risk. Because Goodreads encompasses all readers, not all of them are going to be into genres like lit RPG. Expect to run into some culture shock. For me personally, there's more of a benefit to expanding my audience beyond Royal Road. My series doesn't neatly fit into the kind of books that the users like to binge. So once I release my ebook, I'm really curious what kind of reception I'll get on Goodreads. And following that line of thought, let's take a look at how Goodreads can help authors connect to readers. The platform's great at keeping track of the books you've read and want to read. But the same is true for friends and authors you admire. It kind of has a social media aspect to it. Users can also curate a list of books within their favorite genre, which is an amazing opportunity for an author to stand out. The platform launched in 2007 and was acquired by Amazon in 2013. That's why you can log in directly with your Amazon account, which also means that Kindle users can rate and add books directly from their device. That kind of connectivity is hard to beat. On Goodreads, writers have to sign up for their author program, which is exclusive to those who are already published or have an upcoming release. Some key features of the author program are advertising options, book giveaway campaigns, and a lot of potential to interact with readers. The last point in the section is very important. Because the whole platform is so targeted, conversion rate to readers can be quite high. Listopia is what I mentioned earlier, where users can compile a list of the books they love within a genre. Getting readers to vote for your books can raise their visibility. But like all things in the publishing world, just having a presence isn't enough. You need to interact. Through your author profile, here's some ways that you can attract reader attention. You can publish a blog, advertise, share articles you've written, conduct quizzes, or do a video post. I can even link this YouTube channel, which is very appealing. As I mentioned before, Goodreads is the premier place for book reviews. If you take a look at the Dungeon Crawler Carl Amazon page, it has 84,276 reviews. And right under that, you can see that it has 441,000 reviews on Goodreads. That kind of engagement can snowball. But keep in mind that some reviews will be harsh. To top it all off, Goodreads can be a hub for book giveaways. I'm going to focus on ebook release first, but this is a cool feature. Now that we know about the author features on Goodreads, how do you maximize them? Your profile is the first place to start. Like with your book's blurb, you need to be strategic about your presentation. Start off by appealing to the audience you're trying to reach. Here, the author photo operates like your book cover, so make that first impression count. Remember who you're trying to appeal to: readers. Your bio shouldn't be stuffy and academic. It's an opportunity to showcase your personality. And like the last article emphasized, make this a hub for all of your author-related activities. The same is true with your books. Make sure the covers are effective and the blurbs are designed to appeal. Much like with Royal Road, tags are important and can lead to discoverability. This whole ecosystem is designed to help authors, but only if they take advantage of that opportunity. Once you get verified as an author, you unlock features like Q&A prompts, event updates, book trailer uploads, and the Ask the Author module, all of which can humanize your presence and deepen engagement. The Ask the Author feature is especially useful for this. Q&A updates are great to launch around a new release or a series conclusion. News and blog posts are a great way to entice readers or showcase some of your behind-the-scenes inspirations. And the event feature can be a great way to ensure that the people who are interested can participate. Whether you have a book deal or not, marketing and promotion has to be a part of your regular schedule. You can post teaser content a week before a launch, foster that early engagement with readers, and thank them publicly when you reach a milestone. All of these efforts help to build a community, which has been my intention all along with this YouTube channel. Listopia can be a difference maker, but you have to approach it with integrity and ensure genre alignment. Some examples given are books that make you cry ugly tears, or best indie fantasies with female leads. If your book accurately fits within that list, this can lead to ongoing exposure. Again, make sure that you're relevant. You want to promote in the right places. You should also be involved in the greater community. Make sure you contribute and uplift other authors. You can also create your own list. The key here is focus. Don't spam, be deliberate. Because reviews are the whole point of this platform, you need to be strategic about obtaining them. Incorporate calls to action when engaging with readers. For example, in a newsletter, you could write, if you've enjoyed your book title, I'd love to see your honest thoughts on Goodreads. It helps other readers discover the story. That communicates value without being pushy. Advanced reviews can be an excellent way to get the ball rolling, which ties back to their book giveaway program. ARCs, or advanced reader copies, can be a great way to get a sincere review. And speaking of reviews, keep track of what quotes resonate with readers. That knowledge can help guide future blurbs or add copy. Take a close look at your rating distribution. Patterns in the so-so reviews can be especially telling. And make sure you reply graciously. Thank readers who leave a high review by name, but also make sure you don't get too defensive in response to a critical review. When you step back to look at the bigger picture, reviews can be an excellent way to determine what aspects of your book are resonating with readers, which then can become a marketing approach. The same is true with criticism. It can help you steer your book away from the wrong audience and to the right one. Like we saw with the Dungeon Crawler Carl Amazon page, not only are you likely to receive more reviews on Goodreads, but there's likely to be more substance to them. If you do a giveaway, make sure you do so with intention. A print giveaway is going to appeal to readers differently than a Kindle one will. The key is in understanding your audience and setting long-term goals. Having a giveaway 2 to 3 weeks before your release is a great place to start. Fine-tune how you advertise this giveaway, really put your best foot forward, and make sure to thank anyone who participated. Much like with the author profile as a whole, this can be an effective way to cultivate relationships with readers. Since Goodreads is a social platform, it's important to treat it as such. Creating meaningful, authentic connections with readers is a great way to find success. So make that extra effort to truly engage. There's a lot of overlap here with Royal Road and the comment system. Many of us have at least one dedicated reader, and we want to really foster that connection. I like this part. In the Ask the Author portal, don't just answer the question, show why the answer matters to you as a creator. These moments of accessibility add texture to your author brand. There's also a tremendous amount of data you can pull from Goodreads. I already mentioned highlighted quotes, but how readers are tagging your story can prove invaluable. A healthy way to frame all of this is that it's a living, breathing process. Tune into your readers and adjust accordingly. Frankly, that's what I love most about Royal Road. You get to release your fiction into the wild and see what happens. The key to using Goodreads effectively is integrating it into the rest of your outreach. As an author, you need to have as many tentacles out there as possible. There's a bit more I wanted to touch on in terms of Goodreads, but frankly, I'm pooped. I also have a very hectic work week. Don't get me wrong, it's good to be busy, but whew. Maybe we'll discuss more about Goodreads next video. Maybe we won't. Who knows? I certainly don't. But for now, let's get into a quick update on how my fiction's doing. I'm creeping up there with 131 followers. I want to thank everyone for the reads, reviews, and comments. I'm hard at work drafting the conclusion to my trilogy and barely managing to come up for air. In respect to shoutouts, I'd like to highlight Metaphysic by Alex Ray, Flesh of Gods by VG Valmai, Vine and Fang by a fellow YouTuber, Tyler Tkach, and the Amazon release of Maze Explorer's Fate by Parazao. And look at that, they have some Goodreads reviews. Are you pooped, Tamby? I sure am. You want to have some lunch? Let's have some lunch.